on the way to the gym, road to 250 kg deadlift. This is day 15. Hard to believe. We are approaching a month into it. Last week was definitely a rough week. It's been a little while since I posted again. I think I might drop back and do a one to two uploads a week, depending on just how I'm feeling and if I get around to videotaping or not. So today is supposed to be a heavy day. We will definitely see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling a lot better today than I was last week. If you recall, last week my goal was to work up to a heavy single, and I barely made it to my last warm-up set before I backed off and just worked in some reps, just to try and build in some volume. Today my goal is to pull a heavy double, and we'll see how the weight's moving. I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm pretty sure I'll get pretty close to the 400 mark for a double. But until I really start pulling the weight, I'm early enough in my program that, so I've been a little aggressive with the weights, trying to progress as quickly as possible. But I've also missed some key lifts, and I think that's been a little detrimental to my progress as well. So I definitely want to calm things down and making sure that I hit what I'm targeted to hit when I get into the gym. And that doesn't mean like not being able to be flexible and listening to your body, but actually having a set program and then a backup plan to hit if the body isn't necessarily feeling what I want to do during that particular workout. So I had dropped another pound last week in my average body weight. So I did do 2 high calorie days over the weekend to get myself back up into 175, which I weighed in this morning at 175.1. So I think I measured those calories perfectly, which I was pretty happy with. So we'll see how today goes. I did wake up with a bit of a headache. The kids were up early, so I'm definitely tired. But as far as like recovery and how my body is feeling, I'm feeling pretty good. So we'll be at the gym here pretty shortly. Thanks for listening to me ramble, and we'll see what the body can do. Okay, so here I'm going for my top double with 405, getting ready to brace and then pull. The weight moved a little rougher than I would have liked, and when I went back and watched the video, I did notice that my hips were shooting up, putting me into a poor position. But that being said, it's something that I can tweak next week as I'm working with a little bit lower weights, and I still was able to pull it for a double, which is quite the improvement from 2 weeks ago where I really struggled to hit it for a single. So I was happy with that. From there, I moved on to 315. I believe I was shooting for 6 with this set. The weight moved pretty well, but once again, I'm noticing my hips are starting in a high position. So I want to make sure that that's something that I'm keeping a really close eye on moving forward. As the weight gets heavier, it's going to be even more important for that starting position to be correct, take some pressure off of my back, but also it'll give me extra strength off the floor, which is historically a weak point. And then here I finished up with doing some KLM rows. I was happy with 185. That's a 50-pound increase from 2 weeks ago, and the weight felt pretty good. I probably should have kept pushing and got a few more reps, but overall, I'm happy.